Hey, everybody, Maple Leaf fans. Welcome back to the Fired Up Network. And I haven't done this in a couple weeks. Maple Leaf Forever pre-game hockey is back. Yes, Angie's with me. She's very disappointed that Team Canada did not capture the gold medal. But at least Mr. Mexico, who ICE took away from the White House, we're talking about Austin Matthews, captured the gold medal. He's going to play tonight for the Maple Leafs against Tampa. Game time 7:30 p.m. But I'll tell you who's not going to be there. And condolence go out to Team Canada's head coach, Tampa Bay's head coach, John Cooper, will not be coaching today. His dad just passed away. So condolences to his dad, John Cooper. Maybe his mind was preoccupied. He's in Italy, and his dad, I don't know, maybe in Canada, maybe in Tampa, maybe somewhere else, but his dad passing away. Again, John Cooper not coaching tonight's game against the Maple Leafs. And for that matter, with the Olympics, I still think, we had 2.5 weeks of the Olympics, 2.5 weeks of no hockey. They should have gave everybody another day.
Right?
Especially, I'm telling you, especially
Yeah.
for those who went to the White
I
House
was
and
just gonna
Toronto.
say that the team, like those guys were just literally at the White House. So, it's reported that Austin Matthews will make it to Tampa for tonight's game, but I
He's
mean,
in Tampa. He did the pregame skate.
oh, perfect. So we're good.
He did the pregame skate. And for those who don't know, yesterday was the State of the Union. To this week on the Sports Wrap, we're going to do the State of the Union for Fired Up, since President does it. President of Canada has to do it. A lot of sad faces around here, but he is in Tampa. He is in Tampa. But I feel like bad for players like Connor McDavid. Not only did he have a heartbreaking loss, not only does he have to go to Edmonton where there's millions of centimeters of snow, but he's not going to Edmonton. He has to go another 5 hours to play in Anaheim. Then tomorrow, play in Los Angeles. And then on Saturday, play in San Jose. All right. So, and Austin Matthews wins and capturing. He sort of rests in Tampa, Florida, and comes back here to play Maple Leafs at Scotiabank Arena. Now, I'm going to touch on that 1 second, and then we'll go back to today's game. The Maple Leafs, as mentioned, play in Tampa tonight, in Florida tomorrow, and then come back to the Scotiabank Arena Saturday for a game against the Ottawa Senators. Now, Austin Matthews, captain of the United States. Captain of Ottawa is Brady Tkachuk, also a defenseman playing in Ottawa, played for Team USA. Does the Maple Leafs do a ceremony? Because, if Canada won, and especially if Mitch Marner was still here, they'll do a big, big ceremony. Did they do a ceremony for Austin Matthews, Tkachuk, and all that? And if they do, are you booing it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know what? I can't be bitter about it. I mean, Canada did win silver. We could have won bronze or not at all. So, I
Nah, you
think
win gold in hockey. You have
I
to win
know.
gold. You,
I
you
know.
you're
I
you're a
know.
bandwagon fan. Are you
I'm
Canadian
trying to
or
be
not?
positive. I'm trying to be positive. I mean,
No, don't be positive. This hurts you. I know it hurts you.
it does. It does. It does. It does. It definitely does, especially when I think they really dominated that game. They deserved that gold medal. I don't know what happened in that overtime, the 3-on-3. I saw the coach doing his whole thing saying, like, no, it wasn't the 3-on-3. Kind of was, like I don't know what happened. They kind of fell apart in that quick little
You
overtime
want
and
me
they
to
kind
tell
of
you what
lost
happened in
it.
the 3-on-3?
Tell me.
Do you want me to tell you what happened in the three on
Yeah.
three? And listen, everybody wants my opinion. I'm going to give my opinion. All right.
Okay.
First of all, America, as you know, had the better goaltending in the Olympics than Canada than anybody. That's number one. Number two, they had younger players. Number three, Sidney Crosby did not play. When you have 3-on-3, and plus, and this is a big plus, you don't know this, but I know it. When you have two Jewish people on the ice,
Here we go.
And both of them are going to score. No. Look, I speak to God every day. You should speak to God every day. God, you know what? I don't want to start trouble, but Angie, do you know Jesus was Jewish?
Okay, this is not a
Don't
talk
fight
about
this.
trying
Don't
to
fight
get a
this.
different
Was
person.
Jesus Jewish?
Yes.
I know, but Jesus was Jewish. Jewish people on the ice, gold medal game. They're younger. They're better goalie. 3-on-3. That's it. That's why Canada lost. Now, saying all this, you got me on a way. I was going to do this on the sports wrap, but since we're talking about Canada here, I have the suggestion of a lifetime. Nobody talks about this.
Okay.
You want to know in 2030 what's going to happen? First of all, Doug Armstrong, good job. See you later. Never come back. Don't be the GM of Canada or whatever. The GM of Canada from now on should be a former great player. In 2030, he's already 40 years old. He's going to be 44. Sidney Crosby, the GM, picking the team. Sidney Crosby picking the team. He did not play the last game. And by the way, Sidney Crosby is out 4 to 6 weeks with an injury. I'm not going to speculate. I know what it is, but a lower body injury. But here it is. I was going to say it on the sports wrap. I'll say it today. The Colorado Avalanche made a slight trade today with the Pittsburgh Penguins. They got rid of Gerard and they put Cooley. Now, interesting to see here because the trade deadline, we're going to be covering the trade deadline next Friday, March 6th. But the trade deadline is 10 days away. And also, guess how much salary cap that the Colorado Avalanche has? $8.7 million. What's Sidney Crosby's salary cap? $8.7 million. Now, I'll use a phrase from a good friend of mine, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, a.k.a. he better give me more money or else I'll lay a smackdown on us. Never mind.
He just posted a video on his Instagram. He is being in charge of, there's this like viral Italian nonsense that's going on. And apparently it started with him. It started with some memes of him and he didn't believe it. But when you go on Wikipedia.
Well, I got bigger news.
Let's hear it.
I got bigger news regarding The Rock.
Let's hear it.
Well, this is the Maple Leafs forever. Do you want me to spoil all the news?
Okay. We'll talk The Rock when we talk.
No, we're not going to talk wrestling. We're going to talk.
Not here, but
here you
in
want.
another episode.
Right? I'll give you. Since you're straining me already, and since I haven't done this Maple Leafs forever, and I haven't break news for the last 2-3 weeks, this is breaking news. This is major breaking news. I need the sound effects, and don't give me that heartbeat sound effect. All right, I need the sound effects here. See, come on, producer, come on. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Forget it. By the time we find it, The Rock will make another movie. All right. So Jumanji, whatever. He's done filming Jumanji 2. He's done filming. Actually, he's done filming it on Tuesday. I say this right now because March and April are traditional WrestleMania fever weeks. Raw, SmackDown, WrestleMania happens. WrestleMania 42 happens in Vegas again on April 18th and 19th. So his schedule has just cleared up.
Interesting.
His schedule has just wait. There's more. His schedule has just cleared up. Just this week, WWE has stated that they have given a break on WrestleMania tickets of up to 30%. Because the sales have not gone well because Angie doesn't want to pay $5,000 for a ticket. All right. So if the sales don't do well and they're giving 25% off or 15% off or whatever, and The Rock now has some free time, could we see The Rock in a main event role at WrestleMania? Or will we see it? I'm not going to say could we see it because if The Rock's available and they're struggling tickets, last time this happened was here a year ago. Actually, this week, Elimination Chamber, and they went to the Sky Dome because why? Or Rogers Center, because Rogers Center fits 40 to 50,000 instead of 20,000, and they get more money. And The Rock was involved. He made the Rock, John Cena turn heel and all that, but I digress. So interesting to note, and also interesting to note that everybody from the Vision, Seth Rollins, supposed to be in the co-main event of WrestleMania, he's gone. All right. Then we had now this week on Monday, tore his bicep, Bronson Reed, who was supposed to be replacing Seth Rollins in the co-main event. He's gone. So we got major injuries. AJ Styles retired. Major injuries from the WWE. So they need The Rock now, if you smell what I'm cooking. Now, I digress. I gave you all the information regarding wrestling. Now we're going to talk Maple Leafs forever. All right? Maple Leafs, Tampa. As we sit here today, Maple Leafs have played 57 games. They are 6 points away from the playoffs. 6 points. Boston has 70, or Boston has 69, and Buffalo has 70. All right? Austin Matthews, as we mentioned, captured the gold medal. He's going to be motivated. William Nylander, he's in mid-season form. I saw an interview with him with his tank top on. All right? You know what? When he's wearing tank tops, he's out there to show the guns. He's in Florida, shows the guns and all that. First of all, do you like William? I know you're married, but do you like William Nylander?
I like all the hockey players. I just want to see them play.
Don't give me this. So you're, dare I say, you're a hockey. I don't know what word I'm going to say.
I appreciate them for their sport. I don't just look at their looks. Plus, hockey players, they always have their helmets on and they're like chewing on their like.
No, it's William Nylander.
Spitting out water. So.
All right, here I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you this because I'm not.
I appreciate them for their sport, not for their looks. But I do agree with you.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think that was enough of a break. And I think this is going to be a tough game for the Leafs tonight. The first one back, I want to see them win, but it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. It's going to be like a 3-2 kind of game, I think.
So wait a minute. You said you want to see them winning, but you're not going to pick them to win. Is that what you're saying? I didn't say who
was going to win. I just said the score was
going to be 3-2. Well, I'm asking you who's going to win.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Leafs 3-2.
And who's going to score the game-winning goal?
That's a good question. I don't know because they might not win. They might be the two.
So you're just saying that the Maple Leafs going to win, but if it's 3-2 and they score two goals, they are losers.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you think they're going to win?
Listen, I did not ask that question to myself because if I ask that question to myself will give me a correct answer. But here, I'm going to ask you this. See, don't try to skirt away like that. Skirt away from the topic here. Austin Matthews, William Nylander. Who do you think is better looking?
Nylander.
Right. Who do you think is better looking with a tank top on?
Nylander.
Don't you want Nylander to shave that terrible beard he has?
I mean, I don't mind some scruff. I don't mind it.
So you like some scruff. Do you like Austin Matthews' Mexican scruff?
Maybe. I like both of them. I like all of them. And I just want to see them push it tonight and win.
So all joking aside, tonight and tomorrow, and for that matter, Saturday, these 3 games this week are critical for Brad Treliving. If they lose 2 out of 3 and they fall farther back, we could see the last game in the Maple Leaf uniform for Max Domi. What about Riley? What are they going to do with the goalie situation? So I'm going to ask you this. You picked 3-2 today for the Maple Leafs. You know what? I'm going both ways. I haven't made my prediction yet because, as we talked about, John Cooper, the coach of Tampa Bay, is not going to be coaching. Does Tampa Bay dig deep and go get a win for a coach? Or do the Maple Leafs say, okay, continue the momentum of Austin Matthews being the captain of Team USA? Of course, Tampa had Cirelli there for Canada, had Point there, but Point could not play and all that. And the coach, You know what? I'm going to say this. The Maple Leafs will win tonight's game.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be more than 2 goals. That's all I'm going to say. And
right.
Auston Matthews will be scoring a goal. Nylander will be scoring a goal. So will Rocky Saginaw.
Well,
all right? And for
I
those
hope
people
you're
who
right.
Rocky,
I hope you're
what
right.
do you mean you hope? Have I ever been wrong? When we're doing a show here, have I ever been
yes.
wrong?
Actually, yes. Your Super Bowl prediction was incorrect. You picked
No.
New England.
Wait. I tend to differ with you.
I know you
half
only
correct.
picked them because we all picked Seattle, but you were wrong.
No, buddy. Hold on.
You were wrong.
When you asked me a prediction, you asked me about my team, Buffalo or Maple Leafs or whatever. Seattle, New England. I don't care what the North says. Rats took us about those two this game. So that's not my call here. All right. So I'm going to ask you.
But you were wrong.
March 6th, we're going to close out Maple Leafs forever, and then we'll be back with Sports Wrap.
I did just want to say quickly, as we start the second half of the season, this game tonight is actually one of the 8 NHL showdowns on the schedule. So the other ones I have here are the Sabres versus the Devils, the Flyers versus the Capitals, obviously the Leafs and the Lightning, the Kraken and the Stars, the Avalanche and the Mammoth, the Jets, the Canucks, and the Golden Knights versus the Kings, and the Oilers versus the Ducks. So tonight's a big game for hockey. Like, there is no rest for any of these guys.
No rest, and like I told you, tomorrow the Leafs are in Florida also. So
yeah,
it's
play the Panthers.
Gonna be a big. But here I'll ask you this final question here. March 6th, 10 days away from the NHL trade deadline. Do you expect it to be busy, and do you expect the Leafs to be busy? And by the way, a special announcement will be coming in the next couple days. We're going to be covering the NHL or the NHL trade deadline for like never we've done this. I'll get guests like Angie, guests like Norm Rumack, guests. We're going to try to get some other Maple Leaf guys there. And you won't believe this. We are going to get an American on there for trade deadline. I'll even say we got Jeremy Roenick coming on, but we also got a good friend of mine from a great podcast, the number 1 podcast in the world. We're number 2, but from the number 1 podcast in the world. I won't say the name yet because we have to make sure what time he's coming on, but he has confirmed. So that Friday, March 6th, we will be on from 8 to 4, 9 to 4. So check it out. And even Angie by herself, because I need sleep. Okay, Angie, I need to sleep. You got to do more than 3-minute shows here, all right? Don't be like Norm.
I'll keep an eye on the trades.
Yeah, the trades, like, and I'll call you with the big we have the sources.
Big news. You always say big news. Big news. That's your thing.
Big news. I spoiled the news about The Rock. That's huge. I spoiled the news about the Cooper, and that's huge. I spoiled the news about Sidney Crosby going to Colorado, maybe. Yeah. And I have more news that we'll talk about on the Sports Wrap. Okay, so I say the Leafs at least by 2 goals. I say the Leafs at least by 2 goals. You say the Leafs 3-2. All right. Now, who is the player of the game? That's all I'm asking.
I don't know. Honestly, they've been so hit and miss lately. Like, I honestly don't know. I really don't know who the player of the game will be. Let's just hope they win.
All right. The player of the game for the Maple Leafs will be Chris Katsopoulos.
Okay.
All right. What's his name?
The Greek guy.
Yeah, Chris Katsopoulos. That's right. Very good. Very good that he's Greek.
You know how I know that? Because that's the same last name as Jesse, who was on Full House, Katsopoulos, and he's also he's Greek, but
Jesse from Full House.
Remember Full House?
Was Jesse
Katsopoulos?
Yeah, was Jesse for? Okay, hold on. Was Jesse one of your favorite cast members of Full House?
One of them for sure. Yeah.
Did you like the soap opera Santa Barbara?
Did I like the what?
Soap opera Santa Barbara.
I didn't watch Castillo, man. I only watched Young and the Restless.
Are you watching it now? Oh,
No,
what should I tell you? Oh God,
I noticed you were
Kane.
following them on your socials. I'm like, he must be really into this. Never mind.
What do
Norm
you mean?
knows one of the
Me?
Norm knows one of the
Do you
co-writers of
know?
The Restless. You should be
Hold
talking
on.
to him.
I got news. I gotta say this. No, I. You don't know this. Me and Joshua Morrow, aka Nick Newman, share the
Yeah.
same birthdays. We're the same age, and we're very good friends. You want me to get Nick Newman on,
Yes, I would
and you
love
could
that.
ask him how it's good to sleep with Sharon.
That guy
You
slept
know,
with
come on,
everybody in the
yes or
show.
no?
Nick Newman. He slept with everyone.
Nick Newman, yeah, but Victor also, like Victor,
Victor
like
also.
yeah,
Yes, that's true.
Victor, everybody. Nicky Newman slept with Jack Victor's big enemy there, and like, oh my gosh. Anyways, well, if you
Anyway,
want
side
us to
note, do you
do a
like my
show on one,
sweater? I know we're not talking basketball, but this is my vintage 2016 NBA All-Star sweater when we hosted in Toronto.
yeah, hold
Look
on,
at
all
that.
right, stand up
Hold on.
and a
Look.
little bit, yeah.
See? That's
Oh
like
yeah, how much
vintage
did
right
you pay for that, or was that a freebie when you were a cheerleader?
there. This I actually
You think I didn't hear about those days, eh? I heard about you and Mo Pete. Come on, all
that's
right.
for another
So
conversation.
that we're changing it. All right. So again, watch the Maple Leafs 7:30 tonight. The Maple
Go
Leafs
Leafs
are in Tampa.
go.
Yeah, go Leafs go, and the Leafs play Florida tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a pregame show of Florida. But Ange, tell everybody's downloading our app and watching our app, and they're always telling me, "Hey, who are these girls on here on the Fed Network? Who is Courtney Riddell? Who's Julie Hinton Green? Who's a Shaw there? And there are you guys going to have more ladies and all that? You have the answers to
We
those."
are. So we are always looking. So for anyone who's interested in sports or health and wellness, or you just want to like shoot the shit and have a conversation, let's do it. So reach out. You can reach out on Fired Up, all one word, Fired Up Network. Or we also are rejuvenating our Fem network as well, our female empowerment. So yeah, feel free to reach out, follow us, give us a like, give us a share, slide into our DMs. Like I said, we're always looking for more women who just want to have a conversation, and whether it be sports, health and wellness, whatever the case may be. You can also find us streaming on all Roku devices. Again, just search Fired Up, all one word, Fired Up Network, and you can catch all of our full shows there.
All right, and we have actually a question here. It's
Okay.
I can't see his name, but it's Angie. What did you get for Valentine's Day?
Ooh, good question.
And it's Jay Morrow. Jay
I
Morrow.
got the
Okay, go
typical
ahead.
flowers, and then I got.
Are those the cheap flowers that you get like in Longos, or did the
They
guy
were
go
beautiful.
to
I
the
will
good?
say they were beautiful. I got a beautiful bouquet of Mexican, actually, red
Mexican?
roses. Yeah, they were Mexican red roses, but they were beautiful. They were nice and big. They were beautiful. And then we went out for dinner. However, I was a little bit hungover because I had VIP night at the auto show here in Toronto on the
You're a
Thursday.
little bit hungover. No, wait, hold on.
I was a little bit
When
hungover
you
on
get
Valentine's
hungover, you get
Day.
hungover. But what's a little bit hungover?
To all my Toronto automotive friends, why do we always host the auto show on Valentine's Day weekend? Why is it always around that time? Can we do it like either earlier or just like a little bit later? Because yeah, I was a little hungover for my Valentine's Day dinner.
And what did the person you were with, did he have to carry you since you were hungover and
No, no, no,
everything like
no,
that?
no. I just wasn't able to eat as much as I normally would have. So
Oh yeah. So
that beef brisket was delicious the next day for leftovers.
All right. So, but you're to answer the guy's question, Jay. Her Valentine's was great. Uh, and do you usually exchange gifts with your
Honestly,
significant other?
I'm not
So,
a fan of Valentine's Day in general. I think if you love someone, you should show them a little bit of that every single day, not just on Valentine's Day. I actually used to always do a Galentine's with my girlfriends, and I think that's something that a lot of people should do, only because like some people have nobody, and this big Valentine's Day is such a hallmark kind of situation.
for
I'm over
people
it.
who have nobody, shouldn't you go out of your way and give Valentine's Day to guys named Joe?
Sure, yeah.
Well, where's mine then?
There you go.
Anyway,
Joe's looking for
get on to it.
Valentine for 2027, so let's get on that.
No, Joe's not looking. for that. No, Joe's not looking for that unless Ange picks out, the criteria that
Hey,
Joe really
you
looks
never know.
for. All right.
We might have some. I just said to all the ladies, slide into our DMs. We will gladly
No,
put
I
you
like
on
to
a
be
show.
called Joey. Joey, they rub the hair and Joey. Look at the hair and everything like that. Like,
It
don't I
does
look
look
like a
nice today. I
Joey?
will.
Come on.
It's nicely
Yeah,
slicked
see.
back.
Yeah. You want a messy? Get somebody that's going to be with me in 27. Mess up my hair. Don't touch my hair. All right. Enough. That's Maple Leafs forever. The Leafs play Tampa Bay tonight. And hopefully go Leafs go. And we'll be back here maybe tomorrow. And this week we got Xenia coming back for Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Do you want to join Xenia? You and
Yes.
Xenia hit it off there.
Yes, yes. I love Xenia.
All
She's
right.
amazing. She is my girl when it comes to wrestling. She will, talk about it specifically every wrestler individually. She knows her stuff. So I always love being on the show with her. And again, we've done shows with her in the past, and you can find all that on streaming on all Roku devices.
And I just got hold on here. This is breaking news here, as the Maple Leafs have just announced a new assistant GM. A new assistant GM the Maple Leafs have announced. Are you ready for this, Ange?
I'm ready
for this?
Yep.
Hayley Wickenheiser is
Hold
the
on.
new. And now don't Google it. I'm breaking the news.
I know you're breaking
Now
the news.
Google it.
That's interesting because is that the first female GM that they've ever had?
Yes, assistant GM. Yes.
Okay, still, I'll take it. Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
and
See, women's sports. I was going to touch on that. There are a few things happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. There's the Montreal versus New York Sirens. What else? It's also the HSBC Women's World Championship today through Saturday. So if anyone
we're going to
tunes
talk
into
about
golf,
that on the sports wrap. As you know, hockey, NHL hockey comes back tonight, and PWHL comes back tomorrow night. PWHL, and I have news on the PWHL also. So we're going to have it hopefully tomorrow or Friday. We're going to tape it and we're going to show it. But I have big news on the PWHL also. But again, Hayley Wickenheiser, the new assistant general manager of the Maple Leafs. And I don't believe
I love that.
it has been announced yet. I believe it's going to be announced either later tonight or Saturday when they come back. This is really sources that I have that I trust. If I don't trust them, I'm firing them. All right. And Angie, forgot to tell the people, who am I?
Joseph.
Who am I? Joseph.
The president of the provinces of Canada.
The mayor-elect of North
The
America.
one and only. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
the mayor. That's right. Are you the mayor or the president? I can't keep up.
I'm
no one else is running for those positions right now, so you can have all of them. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? I need a vice president. It looks like I'm winning in a landslide in Malaysia. So it looks like I'm going to be a president of the Malaysia. So
Perfect.
I need a vice president.
I'm done with winter. Let's go there.
And by the way, on the sports wrap, we're going to talk about, should Canada get more World Cup games because of the stuff that Angie has started up in Mexico because of some flowers that she got. All right. Angie, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
So you can find me actually on my new social channels at She Does Sports, She DUZ Sports. Find me there. I will be posting more of the sports content on that channel and keeping the health and wellness channel for specifically our femme stuff.
All right. And do you know how to spell? Because does not spell DUZ. All
so
right?
Just so everyone knows, that was my maiden last name, actually. And no,
so you're
does? So I own it. So even if someone was to try to take this name from me across the socials, I have evidence, I have ID that would validate that for myself. So
all right. So Angie, who's going to do another show. So your maiden name was Angie Does. Correct. Am I correct?
You are correct. Yes.
I'm not gonna say a
Could
word.
pronounce it as dues. Should have been pronounced as
Dues.
dues, but nobody pronounced it.
Angie, did you pay your dues? How about that one? All right. Thanks a lot for watching.
I've heard them all. Thanks for watching, and let's go. Go Leafs, go.